What is going on, everybody? A couple hours to kill this afternoon, so I decided to get started on the Vanquish VS4-10. Jumping ahead a little bit, I want to get the basic chassis assembled using a Hitec HS-7954SH servo. This high torque servo, 330 some inch ounces of torque at 6 volts. So it will definitely do the job. Had this laying around for a while. I figured this would be a good project to use it in. That's the first thing you want to do. I do have a Vanquish servo horn. This is a 24 tooth spline, 20 millimeter long. They do have different ones depending. The spline is going to depend on what brand of servo you're using. And I generally most of the time use Hitec servos. So first thing we want to do is get servo mounted in our bracket here. Alright, there you go. Now it does provide, or Vanquish provides, these screws have a large head on them. They give you 8 of them, 4 for your steering servo, and an additional 4 if you want to mount a winch servo. I will not be using a winch servo, so we'll leave those out for now. Now we got that on. We want to get this in our chassis rail, I should say. You got to kind of hold a few things together here. This is your track bar mount. There's that. Track bar mount, steering servo. Now your shock tower. You do need to make sure that you have the right one. You want your body post hole facing towards the rear. Alright. Again, make sure your body post hole is towards the rear of the vehicle. Now, our battery tray support. There is a left hand and right hand. Make sure you have the right one. It's this guy here. If I can find the camera lens there. That is the driver's side or left side. That's on. Now we have our transmission mount. We got 4 holes here where the transmission bolts in. Those also go on the driver's side or left side. go. Now we have our rear frame piece, cross member I guess you would call it, and we want to use these two outsides to attach directly to the frame. This does have it is not symmetrical. See, the wider piece with a bigger gap goes towards the rear. Now we have our rear shock hoop. Rear shock hoop, we want our body post hole facing towards the front of the vehicle, and we want to put those in the two rear holes in between the other two that we just put in. Alright, there is 1/2, well actually a little more than half, 3/4 maybe. And we got our other frame rail, and our right side battery support. We'll go ahead and put that on with it outside of the rest of it. Now, everything just kind of slipped right on there. Now on this front, because we don't have the track bar mount, we have two screws that are a couple millimeters shorter. That's the only two that are shorter on here. Now, shock hoops, again, make sure they're facing the right direction. And there is your basic VS4-10 chassis. Plastics are very nice. Like I said, not too brittle, not too soft. I'd put them in a category a little better than, say, Axial's plastics. They're not quite as soft. Maybe closer to what you would get with a Traxxas vehicle. Pretty nice. Not too brittle, like I said, but not too soft. I think they're gonna hold up real well. I do like the high clearance of the chassis rails. I mean, I don't think you're going to have a problem with anything rubbing, not having enough clearance for your suspension travel. So overall, I think this vehicle is going to be well worth the price. I may have a couple surprises coming for it. I haven't made up my mind whether or not I want to use them on this truck or not, but we'll see. Might try a couple things I've never tried before. So until next time, later.